Good morning, Monroe. Mrs. Osborne here for your morning message. I'm hoping we can start this week with a little bit of fun and a little bit of a game. So I'm about to show you a series of pictures. I'm going to show you each picture only for about 1 second. And I'm taking all the color out of the picture so all you can see is black and white. After your class looks at one picture, I want you to pause. Your brain's going to have to work fast while you're looking because I want your class to be able to talk about what you thought you saw in the picture and what you might know about the people who are in the picture. Are you ready? Let's go.
That was a quick look. What did you see in the picture? What were the objects like in the picture? What were the people like in the picture? Stop the recording and talk as a class about what you think. I'll tell you more about that picture in a minute. Get ready for your next picture. Again, pause and discuss. Get ready for your next picture. Pause and discuss what you think you saw. Here's a look at your last picture. What does your class think they saw? Discuss. Here's the story about this picture. The little girl you see is sitting on her couch in her front yard. She lives in New Orleans, and she's just been through a huge storm, a hurricane called Katrina. If you notice behind her, her dog is coming down the stairs, and her little sister is standing behind her dog. Her house had been flooded with so much water that her family hadn't been able to go in for a long time. Finally, they're able to pull pieces of furniture out and dry them out. Was that what you thought was happening in this story? I hope if I had walked past this girl, I would have known the circumstances and that I would have made sure that I treated her with kindness. I actually don't know the story of this little boy. I thought maybe he's really rich, or maybe he's really greedy. Maybe he's bragging about his money, or maybe he's been working really hard to save money for something really important. Maybe he's buying his sister a birthday present. Maybe he saved money to help his grandma get some medicine that she needs. I hope I would have treated him with kindness too. I noticed the teddy bear in this picture first because it looks so nice and fluffy. If you'll notice around this girl, the rest of the town doesn't look as nice. This is a recent picture from Syria where there is a civil war between groups of people who live in the country. Her town had just been bombed, and she is standing in the rubble of her neighborhood and her home. And this is the one thing she has left. These kids will be forced to live in a camp at the border of their country with a tent and without running water and without enough heat. I wish I could do something nice for this little girl. I hope wherever she is right now that she is safe and that she's comfortable and warm. Here's our last one. What do you think of this picture? I'll tell you, this picture is a hard day. I know because I'm in this picture. This picture is of my daughter, Elsie, after she hit her head really hard. She had been at the hospital for a long time, and these two nurses are preparing to load her onto Life Flight, a helicopter to take her to the children's hospital. You can see Elsie looks like she's in pain in this picture. I didn't know when she woke up if she would be the same person she was before she hit her head. Luckily, she is okay. And luckily, we had so many kind people around us to help us out.
I'm wondering if your class has heard of this word, if there's anybody that can define the word empathy. Empathy is when you have the ability to understand and to share the feelings of another person. Think about those pictures. If you knew about the stories of the people in those pictures before you looked at the pictures, would you have felt different about the people who were in those pictures? I want you to watch the following movie. I want you to see if the movie, which is based on a really old story, looks like what is happening at Monroe or in the United States or not. Take a peek. There's a lot of things going on this week in Utah and in the United States that might make it a hard week for a lot of us. I know that if we treat each other with empathy, if we really try to understand where someone else is coming from and hear them and listen to them and show them respect, that we will all have a better week. I'm so glad to be part of Monroe. I'm so glad to know you. I'm so glad to know the kids in your class. Please take good care of each other. Wear your mask this week. It should go over your mouth and over your nose. COVID is spreading really fast, so please make sure you're keeping your breath in and you're keeping my breath out. Have a great week, Monroe. Show some empathy this week.